Let me admit everybody. Hold up, y'all. Mm, okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. If y'all are joining us, if you could please Hold up, y'all. Come on camera. Okay. Okay. Yep. If y'all could please come on camera so that I could see y'all. Hey, Angela. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Kelsey. Is she a dental show? Serious. We real serious about this. Okay. All right. For those of you on Instagram, if y'all could just go ahead, y'all can catch me on the stories because this is going to distract me. I can't talk to two different screens. So I'm going to go ahead and log off of here. Boom. There we go. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Y'all can unmute yourselves. Y'all can unmute yourselves. I'm a real person. Y'all can unmute yourselves and talk.
Hello.
Hey, Angela, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I can't complain. Where are you from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
You up the street. You up the street. Okay. And I see Lisa's in a dental chair. And Kelsey says she'll get on in a bit. Hey,
Yes, I am. How you doing?
good. Where you at, Lisa?
I'm in Philly.
You in Philly? Okay. Okay. All right. This is real dedication. This is real dedication. You on here getting information. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I appreciate all of y'all being on this call. Our calls are usually small, just like this. We're in the people business. This ain't like credit repair or like Turo or Airbnb or anything like that. So we utilize these calls to talk to you guys more about stretch therapy, the certification process, the industry. This is an opportunity for me to really share my experience with y'all. So just to get started, my name is Ben Atanga, y'all. Some people know me as Ben the Baptist, and I'm the guy y'all see on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, doing those different stretches and making people cry and all that kind of stuff. And I host these webinars weekly to teach people and to basically to get out to the people um, the possibilities that stretch therapy has, and also to educate y'all on like just how easy it is for y'all to get into this thing, right? And so this is almost kind of like me paying it forward because I stumbled into this thing 10 years ago and I mean, I had a situation that led me there, which I'm gonna share with y'all about. But I stumbled into this thing 10 years ago, and this is what I've been doing for the last 10 years. And I've been able to do a lot of different amazing things. I've been able to go to some amazing places, and I've been able to work with thousands of people. And in the last few years, I've had the opportunity to train and develop and help coach over 150 other individuals in getting certified and also starting their business. Okay. And so if y'all are on this call, most likely y'all are curious. Y'all are curious and y'all are serious about holistic healing, holistic wellness. And y'all are looking for a way to be able to express yourselves in the world. And stretch therapy could be a possibility. Can I just get a thumbs up if that's true about you? Okay. Okay. Let me see your thumb, Lisa. Give me a nod. Okay, maybe she can't hear me, but okay. So before we get started, I just want to get to know you guys a little bit. All right. I want to know what are y'all looking for? Like what did y'all see that landed y'all on this call and what are y'all looking for? So Angela, could we start with you?
I'm very interested in stretch therapy. I follow a few people on Instagram who does it, and me myself, I deal with a lot of pain, like back pain, neck pain. So my muscles are very tight and tense. So stretching for me is a big thing, and I definitely don't know what I'm doing when it comes to stretching.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well,
So
what do you currently do, Angela?
currently I'm in school, but I just nothing at this time right now. I just closed my assisted living facility that I had for 4 years and all through COVID, but that's what I was doing.
It sounds like you got a lot of stress that you got to release.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of times people, like we just had an academy this weekend. A lot of times it's interesting because people usually find stretch therapy or they find me and when they're in a season of dealing with stuff themselves and that they need to release. And I always find it interesting because in looking for solutions for yourself, you start wanting to help other people. So I'm pretty sure that you've gone through a journey and like now you've reached that point where it's like, okay, what's next for me? Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. 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 And cool. And what are you looking to learn from this call?
I'm just trying to find out as much as I can about it and basically how to get into it.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. Welcome to the call.
Thank you.
Kelsey, where you
So
from?
I'm from Upper Marlboro.
I was about to say, you look like you from around the way.
I am. Sorry, I'm in the office and where we moved, but I was brought up a ballerina, and stretch has been like a major part of my life. And I'm just as in went to school for it and did the whole thing in LA and New York and did the whole thing and just did the whole like thing. But I've always like just popped into dance classes and stretch classes, and I know that I come from like a serious dance background, so like stretch was like major, but it's not like very people don't really stretch. I don't have like a lot of stretch classes, so like there's stretch classes for like flexibility and dance and stuff like in the dance community, but I have it's just always been something that I love to do is to stretch and stretch people out. And so like if you come over to my house or if I see you, I'm gonna say, hey, do you want me to crack your back? Do you want me to stretch you out? Like that's just something that I love to do literally for the past 10 years. People come to me like, hey, can you stretch me out? And I'm like, it's just something that I love to do. And then now I'm starting to see people are starting to like make businesses from it. So I'm like, I love it. It's just, I love to heal people and to make people feel like I don't want to do massage or anything, but I love what you do. I found you on Instagram. I was like, this is my jam. I was like, oh my God. And I didn't realize you guys were in DC area. So I was like, oh my God. Like, I go to the chiropractor. This is just my whole life. So I want to eventually open up my own studio, but I want it to be pull and stretch mixed together. And I want it to pull and stretch to be how Pilates is or yoga is. You know, people are using it as a form of exercise because I come from a dance background, but I want to learn as much as I can about stretch. And you've made an amazing career out of something that most people don't do. Like I love it, but most people don't really think about stretching and stuff. But now I'm starting to see people really focusing on stretching and really like paying. And so I just want to learn as much as I can, and I want to get certified and start stretching people and build my own community. And so that's my
Yes. 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 Yeah. What do you currently do?
I work in sports. I work for the Washington Spirit.
Okay. Is that a basketball team?
Soccer, women's soccer.
Okay. What do you do?
Events.
Gotcha. You like it?
I love it. It's sports. It's everything I love to do. Sports, entertainment, stretching, physical wellness. It's women empowerment. It's all mine. energy. So,
Gotcha.
but I'm a big fan of you. Follow me on Instagram, watch your YouTube videos, watch your stuff. I'm a member of Massage Envy, so I get stretched. And so I've
You're
got
not
your
a member of the,
prices.
you don't go to the law?
If you're a little expensive for me, you're a little expensive for me, but I'm gonna come to you guys.
That must mean it's really good.
No, you guys are really good. No, I'm obsessed. So
Gotcha. Okay.
major fan. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Lisa, I don't think you can really talk, or can you? I don't,
I can talk at the moment. They didn't come in. They gotta finish me out. But
you ain't getting no
first
implants,
of
are you?
no, just getting my teeth clean.
Okay.
So good afternoon, everybody. Basically, I'm on here. I was basically doing trucking for a while, but I've been home for about a year. And I'm interested, and I want to go to school for a massage therapist. But then when I seen you on Instagram, I got more into basically loving what I seen you do and how you deal with the people and just find out how holistic it is for the body and everything like that. So I'm interested as well as just like the other young lady said, opening up my own practice one day or doing something as much as such as yourself, you know. So basically doing almost about the same as what you're doing, and just getting more knowledge of this particular work.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I'm really happy because I got the right people on the call. I got the right people on the call. And when you got the right people on the call, that means money. Um, and that means we all gonna make some money. So, all right, y'all. So cool. Good. So everybody's seen this and everybody it gravitated to y'all and y'all see an opportunity, right? Y'all see an opportunity to take it and expand upon it and actually create a business, which means that like you're gonna create some opportunities that are gonna surpass yourself, right? And that's really what I've been able to do with this thing, right? I got in this thing, y'all, 10 years ago, 2014. Back in 2014, let me back up. I'm 40 years old now. Right around 29 years old, I was a personal trainer. I didn't go to school for this, right? I went to Bowie State University. I was an athlete. I played football. I studied behavioral science. Like I was on the wrong the path of going to be like a counselor in schools, right? When I got out of school, I didn't want to go that route because it required me getting a master's and doing all these hours, and there wasn't no money in that. I went to fitness because I'd always been in sports. It made sense. A few years into fitness, I injured myself. I accidentally dropped a weight on my left foot. I started limping. I started walking and limping, and I'm used to things healing. Months went by, and this thing was not healing. As a matter of fact, I started to compensate, and the right side of my body got real tight. Like it got tight to the point where my hip and my lower back felt like it was one piece, right? Like uh working out became hard. And if I did anything for more than 15 minutes, I'd feel pain. And that was just different because I was an athlete. I was a trainer. I was used to being so able. And now I started seeing my ability go down, right? And not only that, but when I would work out, it'd be weird because I'd feel the workout on one side, but I wouldn't feel on the other side. And I knew that like something was going on. I was deteriorating. So, and I was doing stuff on my own to try to like fix it. Like I was stretching and still trying, but I wasn't getting any better. And so then I went and sought out traditional methods of care. I went to a chiropractor. I went to a few chiropractors, and one of them told me I had scoliosis, which I knew I didn't have. Another guy, I went like 12 sessions. I'd go in feeling pain. He would do the adjustments. By the time I got back to the car, I'm still in pain. I saw a few massage therapists. I went to different body workers and nobody could figure this thing out. I went to like the big names, like I was already in fitness, so I knew who the top chiropractor, the top massage therapist was. They couldn't figure this thing out, right? And the issue was that my big issue was my hip and lower back, right? Um, like it's now I understand what was going on. Essentially, I put so much pressure on that side that like I started to compensate, and the certain muscles just didn't function the same. and it was causing a lot of pain. It was causing my hip to shift, right? So everything was tough. So I'm in the gym one day and I run into a trainer, and this trainer knew how to stretch. Now, I was already in the fitness industry, but stretching wasn't a big thing. Like what, 12 years ago, stretching was not a big thing. You know what I mean? It was like stretching after the session, you stretch your client's lower back out, you might give them a little hamstrings, that's it, right? It wasn't something that you needed to pay additional for. Does that make sense? This dude stretched me out for 15 minutes. He stretched my ankle, my hamstring, stretched my glute muscle. As he's stretching me, I'm feeling my body just open up. I feel like blood flowing to these areas, and like I felt my hip like release. I'm like, damn, like, and he did this right on the middle of the gym floor on a massage table, like off to the corner somewhere. And I'm like, dang, like in 15 minutes, I got off the table and went all the way down in a deep squat. I rotated. I didn't feel no pain. And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, I'm back. Right. And so I was so turned on by it because I was like, man, like I'd been everywhere. And I was like, if I felt this way and I'm somebody who's used to being in shape, how do other people feel? Other people are jacked up. People just need to go stretch, even for no reason. Even if you ain't got nothing going on, you need to go stretch. And so I went around and I started learning how to stretch. I watched all sorts of YouTube videos. I went to all different type of certifications, workshops that they had to learn this thing, right? Because so I found out people were teaching it, but they were teaching it almost like a CEU, like a continuing education credit, like something you learn and you put in your toolbox. I was like, nah. I learned it and I made it a thing. I learned it and I made it a thing. So after I got certified, like, and as I was learning, y'all, as I was learning, I would go to like 1 day workshops, 2 day workshops, 5 day workshops. Like, no one ever asked me if I had like a degree in health and science, which I don't. No one ever asked me if I have any sort of licensure or anything like that. I was just a personal trainer. And like I saw this as a skill set. Like I could teach you how to change a tire. Like y'all could teach me how to make a dish. Does that make sense? I don't need to go to culinary school to learn how to do that. And you don't need to go to mechanic school to learn how to change a tire, right? And I learned that there was no governing board over stretch therapy. Like it's not governed by massage. It ain't governed by chiropractic. It's not governed by physical therapy. Like how most things have a governing board, there's no governing board over stretch therapy, and that's the biggest mistake they made because a black boy like me from Africa found out about that, and I basically took advantage of it. Does that make sense? So luckily for me, when I learned how to do this, I was still a trainer, so I would go back and I would start trying the stretches on my clients. And I was getting feedback from them, and they were like, "Tell me how amazing he is." Yo, within 3 months of starting stretching, y'all, I had more stretch clients than I had personal training clients. I had to stop personal training because God told me this is what you're supposed to do, right? At that time, being a trainer, this is 20, I don't know, it's like 10 years ago, but at that time, like just like stretching, training doesn't have a governing board either. So if you want to be a personal trainer, you can literally go online and get certified in a day. So everybody was getting in it, and it was getting hard to kind of maintain because if you got in training, if you had an IG follow and use on a social media, like you got clients, you know what I mean? And people were getting in training and charging $10, $20 a session. I was charging 80 to 100. I couldn't maintain that. Does that make sense? And so once I got stretching, I decided that this was what I was going to do, right? Not only that, I told myself, I'm going to make a business out of this thing. So what I started doing was when I started an 8x10 room. I paid $700 a month for, right? I put out something on Groupon and people started coming out and finding out about it. Groupon went crazy. And that's how I started in the stretch industry. This was 10 years ago, right? I got so busy that I started training other people in what I learned. And I would train them. I'd take a week, 2, maybe 3 weeks, and I train them. And then by that third week, they were ready to start seeing clients. right? I'm talking at full price. I learned that, people, you get better. Once you learn something, you get better as you do it, right? But people were coming in with all sorts of ailments. I'm talking, they've been to the doctor, they've been to the chiropractor, they've been to the physical therapist. Like I would just tell people my story, how I got into it. And they'd be like, yeah, like I've had this issue. I've gone to the doctor. I've done this. I've done that. I'm still in pain. Right. What I realized is that, like, if somebody has like let's say you have lower back pain, right? If you go to your doctor's going to either tell you to get an ice pack or they're going to try to find a way to inject you. Right. And if the pain persists, they're going to send you to an ortho, and the ortho is going to try to cut you. And then after the ortho cuts you, now you got to go to physical therapy so that they can like rehabilitate you. Right. And then you just enter into a system. Do y'all know that 80% of lower back problems are due to tightness in the hip flexors? That if you just stretch the hip flexor muscles and the glute muscles, that lower back pain will go away. Same thing with sciatica. You suffer with sciatica, you go to your doctor, he's going to put you on medication or he's going to try to inject you. If that don't work, he's going to send you to ortho. We need to cut you up. You might need a new hip. Then you got to go to PT, right? You're getting passed around. That's what the medical system's about. So I became hip to all that, right? Did y'all know that what somebody done with sciatica, it's just tightness in the glutes and the hamstrings? You stretch the glutes and the hamstrings out and the sciatica vanishes. So I realized that these were things that, like, stretch was not big because they don't really want that that instant relief. They don't really like the medical system does not necessarily want you to get better. You know what I mean? They want you to get in and stay in. Does that make sense? Have any of y'all had that experience where you had an issue and you went to the doctor and then you got passed to this one, to this one, to this one? Come to find out there was like really like something holistic you could have did to like get to take care of it. Have any of you ever had that? Right? Just put one finger up if you've had that experience. Gotcha. Gotcha. So that's really what that's about. So, and I tell y'all, being in this business, these same medical practitioners are trying to figure out how's he doing what he's doing, how's he charging what he's charging, and how's he not only maintaining but growing this business, right? It's holistic. A lot of people out there are looking for holistic ways to heal, and they know that insurance is bullshit. You know what I mean? You get into the system and then you just become a puppet of the system, right? That's not what we came here to talk about anyway, but um so I got into stretch therapy and then in 2020 I opened a stretch loft, right? I opened the stretch loft in the midst of the pandemic and really I opened it up in PG County and what I realized was that people were hurting. Not only were people hurting physically because they weren't moving, they were sitting at home, people became more sedentary, more and more people were working from home, but people were also suffering from lack of touch, right? Like people just they weren't getting the physical connection that they needed. And then I also realized like mentally people were struggling too. Finally, during the pandemic, the world kind of shut down and people were left with whatever they had going on, anxiety, depression, stress, whatever they had going on, and they didn't have a way of dealing with it. A lot of us just keep going. Does that make sense? A lot of us just keep going. Like we just kind of live in our stress as if there's no other outlet. And so people were coming in and they were discovering about this thing called stretch therapy, right? I started telling people, hey, come get stretched to release, store tension, trauma, and energy from the body, right? And I'll be honest with y'all, that's when everything really shifted because before that, I was telling people, come get stretched. It feels good, flexibility, all that. But now, I started realizing what it was doing for people mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay. Um, uh, we opened a stretch loft. I opened it up by myself, and then a few months later, I trained a few people, and a few months later, I trained a few people, and now we have a team of about 5, 6 practitioners in there, and we all work together. My practitioners come from different backgrounds, from massage therapists to personal trainers to occupational therapists to I have someone who does CAT scan and X-ray, and I've also had staff who had no background whatsoever, right? The type of person that this field is looking for is someone who loves working with people, is compassionate, right? You're the person that people usually bring their issues to, right? There's someone who's good with their hands. Maybe you're the person who people always want you to, like Kelsey said, like stretch them or crack them, right? And this is good for someone who is looking for a way to express themselves, right? Like I call stretch therapy an expression, okay? Um, and that's what, that's really the requirements to be in this thing, right? It is a physical job in nature, so you have to be someone who, I'm not going to say you have to be physically fit. Stretching is going to help you get physically fit. However, you do want to have it's if you're someone who's very sedentary, this is probably not for you. This is for someone who is active, enjoys being active, enjoys working with people. If you enjoy dance, if you enjoy movement, this is something that's going to come very simple for you. Okay. Also, if you're someone who lives more of a holistic lifestyle, like you believe in holistic wellness, like you're the person who, like, I don't really take medication. I'm a water person. Like, if something happens, I'm like, I need more water. I need more hydration. I need to go outside. I need to ground. I need to be in water. I need to be in elevation, right? If you're more so like medication and like just on the other side, this is probably not going to be for you. Because the people who gravitate towards this, they're looking for holistic ways to take care of themselves, right? And that's really what you are. You're a holistic practitioner. You help people take care of themselves. And one of the ways that you help them take care of themselves is that you provide stretch therapy for them. You're not their medical doctor, but you're a part of their team. You're part of the people, the team that helps to take care of them. Does that make sense? And so lately, y'all, in the last few years, y'all seen more and more people start their own businesses. Y'all see more and more people really start to express themselves how they want to do it. Like Kelsey talked about, she wants to mix this with pole, right? Those concepts are out there. However, a lot of times they're not in our community, right? Like we have a like when it comes to expressing ourselves, oftentimes we don't have enough information or we just don't see other people like us doing it, right? And so I host these webinars, and the reason why I go public with what I do is because after spending years in this business and making money and helping tons of people, I decided that I wanted to put this out there just to show y'all that this is possible. This is possible, right? I'm just gonna give y'all a little roadmap. Kelsey, you have your hand raised. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. So,
Yeah.
if we were to so I looked into the other program. So I'm a part of One Life Fitness
Yeah.
in Clinton. And
Yeah.
so I talked to them because I wanted to become a stretch coach there through the NS, whatever, NSM
Yeah.
or whatever, talking about that one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I looked into it and stuff, but then I saw that you guys you just did a class like last month or last week, I think, and
Yeah.
you're having one in Baltimore in December
Yeah.
to get certified. So I was like, oh well, I would love to know what you guys do too. So I'm probably like talking in a tandem, but if you were to become certified, would you be able to work with you? Or you would have to get hired, or could we take this certification to go to other places, or how does that work?
Very good question. Very good question. So, guys, yes, there's other stretch certifications out there. You can get certified online. You can attend in person, right? Like there's different people who are offering certifications, and there are different people who just started offering those certifications. Um, I'm not gonna be biased against any one of them. Like when I started, I went to everything. I'm the person, I'm gonna go get everything, right? However, my certification and our program serves two purposes, a few different purposes. We offer online certification, we offer in-person certification, but also what differentiates us is that we offer you guys the business coaching. Like I'm all about getting certified so that you could start your own business. Okay? Your opportunities that are out there for you to go work are places like gyms, Massage Envy, Stretch Zone, Stretch Works, Stretch Lab. However, to be honest with y'all, it's like this is hard work. It's laborious, and those places don't compensate you enough, and they don't respect the craft enough, right? It's more of like an assembly line, right? My program is teaching you guys holistic stretch therapy. So the way that we address it, how we go about it is very different. Okay. And I'm also teaching you guys like how do you do assessments? How do you do intakes to find out where people are tight? How do you price and package? How do you market yourself? Right? Now, as far as working at the stretch loft, right? And I'll tell y'all more about this, but inside of our academy, after you graduate from our academy, we actually just launched a graduate apprenticeship program, which is a 2-hour graduate apprenticeship program where you receive coaching. You have the ability to come in and actually get trained and coaching and stuff like that. And yes, you are eligible to get hired at the stretch loft. All right. I want y'all to consider the stretch off like the Ritz-Carlton of all this stretch thing. Yes. Okay. This is the like that's all we y'all see what we do. The shit looks different, it feels different, the clients feel different, it costs different, right? We just do things on a whole nother level. Our certification is probably 5 to 10 times more expensive than any other certification that you guys are gonna have. It costs $5,000 to come to our academy. Our online course is $2,000. Okay. And it's like that because I've had the years of experience. So where you guys are starting from where you guys are now, I can actually walk you through exactly what you need to do and what you need to know to get set up, get certified, and set yourself up to have a minimum 6-figure stretch business part-time if you choose to. Or how to take this business and expand it to a location, have other people working with you, or have multiple locations. So this is not just like stuff that these aren't concepts. These are actually things that I've done, right? These are things that I've paid coaches for to be able to bring this kind of knowledge. You're not going to get that from those other certifications. Does that make sense? Kelsey, did I answer your question? Yeah. Hey, and Kelsey, by the way, if you're looking for work, we're hiring. We need more female stretch practitioners, and we're very particular. We're looking, you got to have some background. You got to be about this thing, right? So I would love for you to apply if you're interested. All right. So right from where you are right now, what would it take for you guys to actually get certified and start your business? Okay. So the first thing you guys have to do is you guys have to gather information, which is what y'all are doing on this call. Okay. You guys have already really done your research. You've watched different videos. You've seen me and stuff like that. You probably like, hey, look, I like this. I want to do this. So you gather your information. Next, you want to obtain the certification. Okay. There's online courses and there's in person. We offer both. I say do both. All right. The online portion is a lot of online courses you have, that's almost like your reference, like your library. So you get the opportunity to hold on to that information where you can reference back to it. But the in-person is going to give you the ability to actually get trained and get hands-on with folks. Hey, Elaine, can you please just connect with Kelsey real quick, just so that y'all can have a conversation? Thank you. Thanks, Kelsey. All right. So you want to do online and you want to go in person so that you can get the hands-on training. All right. After you get the hands-on training, and guys, the online courses, usually you could wrap those up in a day or two or three or over a week or two. It's really self-paced. And then the in-person certifications are usually anywhere from 1 to 3 days to 5 days. Okay. And I'm just giving you guys general information. I'll tell you more about what we offer specifically. Okay. After you get the certification, what you want to do is you want to start practicing. All right. You want to start practicing. Get your table and actually start practicing doing the assessments, practice doing the intakes, and also practice doing the stretches. Okay. You're going to need that feedback from different people. All right. And you could practice, I'd say, you could, you could take all the time you want, but what I say is like, give yourself like a good 6 to 12 weeks where you're just putting hands on people, you're practicing, you're not even charging them if you don't want to, you're just going through it. Okay. And as you're doing this, you're practicing everything, but also as you're doing this, I would start setting myself up. So I would get a name, I would get an LLC, obtain insurance, okay, which will cost you about $150 a year for about $2 million worth of liability insurance, okay, which is all you need, okay. And then I would also figure out, who do I want to serve? Who do I want to work on? Right? You can't just go out there and be like, I'm gonna work on everybody, right? Lisa, if you want to work on truckers, you can just work on truckers. Angela, if you want to work on moms, you can work on moms. Like pick a target to work towards and understand and learn what their problems are. Different people in different spaces have different things going on, right? And you want to speak to those. All right. You also want to make sure you document what you're doing. You get a camera set up and you document what you're doing. Ask the person, hey, can I just record this? You document it so you can go back and you can watch it so you can watch yourself. Right? I believe in being proficient at a skill set, but I also believe that you can start before you become proficient. All right. After you got enough practice, then what I would do is I would launch the business. All right. You could go online, go on social media, get cards and stuff like that. You might also want to find yourself a location. I'd say start off with a free location, gyms, chiropractic offices. You can even do it outdoors. You can go to people's homes, right? If you are in a position to, you can go get like one of these office suites. All right, 5, 6, $700 a month. Okay. The way I do the math is you should be able to pay your office suite in a day's worth of work. So let's say you're charging $100 a session, you get an office suite that's $500. You can do 5 sessions in one day. You got your office suite paid for. It works better if you start off like that because it's going to put you in that intention and that mindset. You don't have to jump out the gate and go there, but you should have your mind to like, okay, where am I going to take clients? To get clients, you could do a free demo offer or you could do a half off offer. And after you stretch them, Angela, most people are going to need this. Everybody needs this is a lifelong service that people are going to need. So people are very apt to doing memberships or doing packages. So you can set them up on small packages, 5, 10, 20 sessions, or you can set them up on recurring memberships where they can pay on a monthly basis. Okay. And then most people gonna need this service at least once a week. It's very different from massage where it's like once a month. This is something that most clients are gonna need at least once a week or every other week. The cool thing about this is that we can charge typically what a massage therapist charges an hour, we could do in half hour, right? Like in this world, it's not even about the time, it's about the result. And when people got stuff going on, they want the results. They don't care if it's 30, 60, 90, they want the results. So for us at the stretch off, we're 120 for a 30-minute session. Okay. But that same 30-minute session, I recommend charging anywhere from 75 all the way up to $150. It really all depends on you and what you're offering, what you're providing. So if you think about it, let's say you're doing, on average, you could do about 8 sessions a day, 8 half-hour sessions. It'll take you about 4 hours of work, 4.5 if you include just turning your table over and stuff like that. At $100 an hour, you're making $800 a day. It's very easy to do, y'all, once you become consistent. You consistently keep getting new clients and you schedule them once a week, right? I've done up to 15 a day. My top therapist right now does between 8 and 13 sessions a day. All right. That's full time. Comfortably, you could do about 4. All right. And it is a tippable service. So on average, clients are going to tip between 15 and 20%. Okay. Now, and I teach you guys that there's some key things I teach y'all in business because a lot of people make a lot of mistakes when they go out in business. Number one mistake they make is that they don't set themselves up properly. That means that you don't go get no LLC, you don't get no business bank account, you don't get no insurance. You just out there. Well, I just learned this, and you just stretching everybody for $40. No, set yourself up properly, get everything that you need, right? Get a booking system so clients can go in there and book you online so they can fill out the client intake and all that kind of stuff, right? There's certain what I learned, all I did was I went into the medical system and saw how they structured their visits and how the language they use. And I use the exact same language inside of our office. So people, when they come in, they feel comfortable because they feel familiar. They're like, okay, like this feels like a doctor's visit almost, right? Because we do intakes. In our intakes, we sit down and we talk about what's going on in their life. We do assessments. We figure out where are they tight. And then we put them on the table and we stretch them. The good thing is stretch therapy is that it's always a full body session. So you don't need to figure out what you need to do. And we teach you a sequence that covers the entire body that you can learn in 2 to 3 days. See, a lot of time when people are experiencing pain in the body, y'all, all it is that the body's misaligned. And when the body's misaligned, you got things pulling this way, pulling that way. They sleeping funny, they walking funny. When you take the body and you stretch it and you realign it, things start to function. So instantly people feel better, they feel lighter, right? That's what we did this weekend. I taught 17 people from all over the country. They came in from all different backgrounds. Oh, I've never touched anybody. Oh, I'm a massage therapist. And we taught them how to stretch. And by the end of the weekend, they had the confidence to go out there and start stretching each other. And they got the feedback from one another like, yeah, this feels great. Is this all making sense? Right? Yeah. So other mistakes that people make, number one, they don't set themselves up properly, right? Number two, they don't charge enough. They think, oh, I'm new. I don't know anybody. I don't have a medical degree. I've never done that. I'm going to charge $30, $40. No, no. The cheapest is never the best, and the best is never the cheapest. Like, y'all got to understand, it's not about how long you've been certified, right? It's about how much life experience do you bring to the table. It's about your ability to talk to someone and connect with someone. Does that make sense, Angela? That's really what it's about. Other mistakes that people make outside of they don't set themselves up properly, they don't charge enough. Um, I'd say that they're not active enough. They're not talking about it. Like it's more of like a belief thing, a self-belief thing. Oh, I was just in trucking. How can I be doing this? Ain't nobody gonna want to stretch with me. No. You get that table and you get everybody on that table. You get everybody on that table. This is an easy business to start. The only thing that can get in your way is you. The only thing that can get in your way is you. So in our academy, that's really the main thing that we work on is we work on you. Like I spent the weekend breaking limiting self-beliefs, instilling confidence, you know what I mean? Transforming how people feel, because a lot of us are stuck. We stuck and we trying to help other people get unstuck, right? And so the first thing is that we have to help you get unstuck, and then we got to teach you how to access your body and how to move. in order for you to be able to access other bodies and have them move. Okay. Um, Now, do y'all have any questions?
Do you I actually have a question.
Yeah.
I live in Philly, like I said. I know you're in Maryland, so it's like I think like 2.5 hours, 2 hours to drive up there. So I want to know, do y'all have a class where I can do it in person instead of online?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yes. Angela, any questions? Tehran, any questions? Tehran just signed on and left. Oh, there's Tehran.
I'm so sorry. I had to step out. My students are napping right now. Can you
Okay.
hear me well?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can hear you.
Okay, yes. I literally just recently saw your advertisement and I'm very interested because I recently applied to well, 2 years ago I applied to dance therapy and I was supposed to be actually going to school this year and I can't because they don't certify me for Georgia, which is where I am from. And I thought this would be a great intro to reapplying to dance therapy, especially getting into stretch therapy. It's like one and the same, I feel. Um, and I feel like that would be a great enhancement for even if I do still choose to go that way. But I do have questions. I know I was late. I have questions about the online training and also your um your students who are not in Maryland. How do you get them, or at least get them to come to your school?
I don't get them to Tehran. They go through Spirit, Delta, where else?
Gotcha.
American Airlines, Southwest. They find a way.
Okay. And I saw that you have like set certification times. I had questions about that. Uh,
Okay.
am I kind of saying that right? Like you have times where you certify your people, like different periods.
I'm getting ready to give y'all everything we got. Okay. And it's
Okay.
no rush. Okay. Guys, the way that it works, I'm gonna give y'all the information. Okay. And then
Mm-hmm.
Elaine, who's on this call, I think Elaine's probably talked to most of you guys. Elaine's our academy director, and she's also someone who's been through our academy a year ago. And she also works in the field. She works with us at the Stretch Loft and also has her own business too. Okay. And so you guys would actually talk to Elaine to get signed up. All right. We make it very easy and affordable for y'all to get certified. Okay. And so I'll let you guys know the different options, and then y'all can have a conversation with Elaine, and she'll help you guys get registered. Okay.
Right.
All right. Cool. So okay. So our certification process starts with our online course. It's called the Six Figure Stretchpreneur. The Six Figure Stretchpreneur. Okay. Why six figures? Because in body work, most body workers don't even crack $40,000 a year. Right? Why? Because they've never been taught to. They don't know how to set it up. They don't know how to run a business. Okay. So it's called the Six Figure Stretchpreneur course. And this course, it's a course you can actually get through in a day. It's all short videos. Okay. And it does two things. Number one, well, it actually does three things. I'm gonna teach you about stretch therapy, the industry, what it is, what it's not, how it compares to other things, so that you can actually go out there and talk about what you're doing. You have that base knowledge. Number two, I'm gonna teach you guys how to stretch. We have step-by-step videos showing you guys all the different 16 stretches. All y'all learn is 16 stretches, y'all, that take you through a full body stretch. Okay? I have my cameraman follow me around so you could see everything. These videos are for you to study and for you to watch and for you to refer back to. Okay? You can learn how to stretch just from watching the videos. And then number three, I'm going to give you guys the resources that you need. I'm going to tell you where you can get your insurance, tell you where you can get all your equipment, your table. I give you links to all that stuff. I'm going to teach you guys how you can do your pricing and your packaging, how you get clients, how do you get clients from chiropractors, physical therapy, all the other business things that you guys are going to need, okay? This is not something that's meant to confuse you. This is all like direct information. This is like the sauce. Does that make sense? Like, so if you somebody who like, yo, Ben, like I'm somebody who, yo, just tell me what I need to know, right? Take out all the other shit. Tell me what I need to know. Okay. All right. So you have to go through the online course first. And after you go through the online course, then you can apply to come to our 3-day academy. All right. Last year we had 5 of them. That wore me out. So this year I only did 2. We just had one this weekend. We only take up to 20 students. Okay. And so the next one is going to be in December. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? We have a huge surprise for y'all. Okay. I've been doing these academies at the Stretch Loft, and we've been doing them in Baltimore. December, we're actually going to start making these things retreats. So we're looking at taking our December academy to Costa Rica. Do y'all have passports? You can get one. Okay. So we're making them retreats, y'all, because like I said, this thing is not just about learning how to stretch people. This thing is about learning how to release whatever has you stuck first. Okay. So we're looking at taking it to Costa Rica. And so after you do the online course, you would apply into our 3-day academy. All right. When you come out to the 3-day academy, you should have your table. You should have already been practicing on a few people. You've gone through the course, right? You're about 40% ready. And when you come in, we're going to transform you, but then also we're going to calibrate you. Okay. Because different people are different. Some people are tall, some people are short. Okay. How often are the certificate retreat held yearly? So Tehran, starting from the December one, we're probably gonna be doing about 2 or 3 a year. Okay. The December one's the best time to get in because we're actually reducing the cost a little bit because it is our first one. All right. But essentially we're gonna go to a retreat resort and do this. Okay. Your meals will be provided, everything's there. The excursion, all that stuff is right there. So we could learn while we also relax and Angela, you shaking your head. I know, listen, you're a business owner. I know you got this is an opportunity for you to let go. Okay. All right. So guys, so our online course is 1997. It's 1997. Okay. For those of you who are on this call, all right, we're going to take $500 off if you're interested. And you can pay that all up front, or you could do payment plans. All you got to do is talk to Elaine. All right. And the cost of our academy is $5,000. Okay. You can also just go ahead and sign up directly for that. All right. Or you could do payment plans. Okay. Inclusive of that 5,000 is going to be your round trip airport shuttle, all your meals for I believe it's 5 nights. Okay. And so that weekend you'd come out and we would work together, and by the end of that weekend, y'all be certified and be ready to actually go out there and get started.
But this right here is not until December, correct?
This ain't till December, Lisa. But
Gotcha.
what you want to do is you want to get your hands on that online course, get your equipment, start putting your hands on people. You can either pay for your seat for the December class or you can get on a payment plan. By the time December come around, you good to go. So you're coming back in the new year starting your business. How's that sound?
That sounds great. So the 5,000 you said in December, do you know what day in December, or you're not really sure as of yet?
I believe so originally our December class was supposed to be in Baltimore, and that was
Mm-hmm.
the 6th through the 9th, but we are gonna move it to the 14th through the 20th, like the 14th through the 20th.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Okay.
the date that they gave us for Costa Rica.
Okay. And that's you said 5 days. Well, yeah, 5 nights. No, 5 days, 5 nights, something like that.
Yeah.
And
The actual course is 3 days. It's 2.5 days.
okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay. And that's the air flight as well. I'm
That
sorry,
ain't
I'm
the
not sure if you
no,
said
that
that.
ain't the air. Come on now, that ain't the air flight. That's just the
Okay.
they're gonna pick you up from the airport, take you to the
Uh,
place, they're gonna
uh,
feed you, and you're gonna get a
okay.
room.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. For
Okay.
single
Okay.
occupancy, it might be like $300 more. So single occupancy might be like 5,300, 5,400. Double occupancy is gonna be five. Okay, and which is
Okay.
the actual cost of our certification, but we absorbed the cost to do the Costa Rica thing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, do you guys have any questions whatsoever? Okay, cool. So, guys, so the next thing is to Elaine, how do you want them to reach out to? Well, Elaine, I'm gonna let you come on, Elaine, and you could talk to them about how they can reach out to you and answer any other last questions or anything like that. Y'all, do y'all have any questions for me before I roll out? Okay. All right. So I encourage everybody to do this, right? Like y'all are the right people. You're in the right space. You're in the right point in time of your life. This is a business that you can get involved in. And you could do it on your own time, choose who you want to work with, charge what you would like to charge. Okay. And you have the guidance community. All right. And so after the academy, like I mentioned to y'all, we have a graduate apprenticeship. You can participate whether you're in person or you're online. All right. And it's really that coaching and that support that you're going to need to help you to launch your business. I've got tons of students, tons of students. I wish I can go on their IG and show y'all, but this is something that you can do. I got a guy who was in trucking, Lisa, Darius Green. He's his IG is Stretch God. He's out in Charlotte, Carolina. Right? This
Okay.
is actually incarcerated. He came out, he got into trucking, no background in this. This is what Darius does now. He goes around in Charlotte and he stretches people. This is what he does. This is where he
Mm,
found his fulfillment.
gotcha. Okay. Sounds good.
I got tons of other business owner Angela, just like you, who or have facilities or had facilities and they got into this thing, right? So if you already have that entrepreneur background, this is something that you can get into and start and have your own facility in a very short period of time. That's why I got into this thing. That's how I got into this thing. Okay. It's something that's needed and it's something that's needed in our community, right? Um, and it's something that you could do anywhere. Okay. So, ladies, I appreciate y'all. That's my time. I'm gonna leave y'all with Elaine so that she can answer any questions and take y'all to the next steps. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right,
Thank
Elaine.
Thanks,
you.
Ben. Hi, everyone. Thank y'all for hanging with us for the entirety of the webinar. I'm going to echo Ben. I feel like all the right people are in the room. You know, we like to work with and share this work with people who get it, who are excited about it, who understand what stretch is, and want to know how to do it to the highest degree. So I just want to let you know, so one correction, the retreat will be December 14th through December 21st. Okay. December 14th through December 21st in Costa Rica. Let me start with asking you what other questions you have in regard to what it's going to take to certify. Do you have any other questions? No? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to drop the number to call in the chat again. Okay. And you
Actually,
can
I'm
reach
sorry.
out to
I'm
me.
good.
Uh-huh.
He was saying something about I didn't catch it. It was like I think it was 2,500 or something like that. He was saying for the to start the online class. Was it
Yes,
2,500 or
it's
1,900?
24.97. Yes.
2,497. All right.
Uh-huh.
497.
24.97.
Okay.
I just dropped the number to call and reach out to me so that we can go over details. We do have payment plans available. This is the best time to get in for December because we're, the cost is $5K, but we'll take $500 off for you to come on in now. Okay, that will only last for the next 3 individuals, and then the price will be $5K. Okay, this will be our first retreat style certification. I repeat, this will be our first retreat style certification. And it's only appropriate because our certifications definitely leave our students feeling like they've been on retreat. I mean, we've been in the loft when we had smaller classes, then we went to hotel spaces. Now we're actually going on location, and it's appropriate because it's a transformational experience. It's not just about learning the technique of stretching. It is actually about taking you from where you are as a healer or desiring to be a healer and filling you up to the point where you can go out there and be a 6-figure earner within this passion. So there's a lot of coaching that goes on. There's a lot of individualized coaching that happens in regard to just where you are with it. It's not a one size fit all. You understand? So with that being said, I look forward to speaking to and working with each and every one of you all. Definitely reach out to me and we can talk. We can talk. Okay. I've been a massage therapist for 23 years. So I'm coming into stretch therapy already having had a lot of experience in the world of health and wellness, internationally, 5-star boutique, as an individual business owner. So there's a lot that we can speak about that would help you to go ahead and make your decision. Okay. Stretch therapy is definitely been a game changer. Even having done the work for this long, it's been a game changer in the value I've been able to give to my clients in less time and what I've been able to charge, And I was doing well in massage. I bought my first house with massage money. I was all in. Okay. This is next level. This right here is next level. It fills the gap with what massage doesn't do and what people go to their chiropractors, their PT, and their doctors for, and their therapist. So I can't say enough about it. I wish for you all to be able to follow your intuition and your curiosity about stretch release therapy. It's going to be an amazing time. We have an amazing time when we're just at the stretch loft, you know. So being on location is going to be phenomenal. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for me. The number again is 301-918-5680. Call or text that number and I will follow up with you. Okay. And outside of that, have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay.
You too, Queen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Y'all have a good day.
Too.
All right.